Hey survivors, it's your sister from another Mr. Lovely Fly Shy, back with another video. In today's segment, we're going to touch on life after sex work, addiction, and managing one's mental clarity. And I'll be speaking on the ways in which I cope and how I manage my mental clarity. But I do have my days, and basically that's what we're going to delve into in this video. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, if y'all don't mind, this is also going to be a smoke with me edition as well, or something along those lines, I don't know. But I will be hitting the bleezy once or twice, 3 or 4 times, I don't know. If you're 420 friendly, go ahead and crank it up. And if not, a nice relaxing cup of tea, some water. Water always does the job. But no. I also wanted to let you guys know that I really miss you guys. It's been 4 days since I've last recorded a video, and you know, your sister just had to basically get her head together. Certain things came up mentally that I needed to address and work through, and so I just kind of had to take a step back temporarily, and you know, I'm back now, and I'd like to just talk to you guys about some things. So yeah, let me just hit this once or twice more, and then we'll get right into it. And I know my blunt, I know it looks so skinny. I guess I have a complex about the way I roll my blunts now, because my ex always clown me. But I feel like, shoot, I got some 29% THC in this mug, so skinny or not, it's doing the job. So. Drink your water. Oh, I'm almost done with it. Alrighty, you guys. So, I want to be completely, and even more so, transparent with you all about my feelings remaining within me as it relates to sex work. The temptation remains. It's still there. You know, the other day I was going to the dispensary. It was actually Friday night, and downtown Vegas was freaking lit. Like, there were so many people out, and I'm, of course, because of the holiday weekend. And by the way, for all of you who celebrate holidays or 4th of July, whatever, happy belated holiday to you. I don't personally believe in that stuff, so I don't celebrate holidays, but no disrespect or judgment towards those who do. Anywho, I was like, oh my God, if downtown looks like this, just imagine what the strip looks like, you know? That's what I was thinking in these moments. And of course, when anything negative or detrimental to your psyche, to your well-being, and everything else that just means so much, it's just important to bring yourself back, center yourself, and truly just ask yourself the question, like, why is it that these things are running through my mind? And you know, spirit will give you that answer. You just have to be willing to open yourself up in order to receive that, you know? And yeah, so one of the biggest questions that ran through my mind was I or am I still addicted to this lifestyle? This lifestyle that has caused so much emotional, mental, psychological strain on myself, on my being. And yes, the money was great. You know, before I forget and get so down the line, or, you know, so far into my thoughts, the money was great. It was. But some of the perverted men that I encountered, that wasn't great. You know, some of the strange things that I encountered was not great. And even worse, basically being sex trafficked or having pimps, whatever you want to call it, that definitely didn't work for me. In fact, that contributed to ruining me in these phases and stages of my life. So much so that I had to pick up a substance to cope with that, you know? Or I had to go to the extreme with the substance. You know, 1 or 2 drinks could never be enough. You know, as I mentioned before, I'm not drinking to get drunk and whatever. I'm drinking to forget. I'm drinking to numb. But where does that get me? Where does that get you? Nowhere, right? And so as I'm reflecting and pondering and you know, doing that necessary inner work and asking those very important questions, I started receiving answers, you know. And what I realized is what can drive a person to criminal activity could be just the loss of finances, just the fact that, you know, you're not making the money you used to make anymore. You know, but a part of me feels kind of glad, although, you know, I may not have a lot of the things that I want, you know, a lot of the things that I really need, but all in all, I'm still blessed and I'm still thankful and grateful for what it is that I do have. Because, you know, I don't think right now is just the right time for me to have that kind of money again. You get me? Because of the fact that I'm healing my brain and I am breaking free from these things. But what I want you all to understand is be kind to yourself, okay? If you are going through similar things, whether it's struggling with addiction, alcoholism, gambling, be kind to yourself. Do not beat yourself up. Like, don't do that. You are only going to dig a deeper and deeper and deeper hole for yourself. You are stronger. You are wiser. You have the strength and the power within you. We all do. It doesn't matter your race, creed, color, sexual orientation, none of that. We all have the power within ourselves to seek out these answers and then receive, or seek out these questions and ask these questions and then receive those answers. You know, but yeah, like I just feel like right now, as I am healing from things that have just, you know, it's been a journey. And as I'm healing from it all, I just understand that I know me. I know my mind. I know my triggers. I know what it will take for me to fly off the handle again. You know, and this time do God knows what. A lot of the ladies in rehab, I think I mentioned this, or maybe I didn't mention this part, but a lot of the ladies, when we would tell our stories in rehab, we would be in their group sessions and such, they would say that they didn't have another run in them. And I'm like, what do they mean another run? And, you know, as it was broken down and as I perceived it, they didn't have the strength to endure another rock bottom. They didn't have the strength to endure another period of that deep, dark depression where you are having, suicidal thoughts, and where you're feeling as though, your life means nothing, that you don't matter, and you just, nothing's changing, so be it. They didn't have that within them anymore. They were ready to do whatever it took to reach the other side. And whatever the other side looks like, whatever that looks like to you, I know what that looks like for me. And I know what it is that I'd like to do with my life. And a lot of that consists of, not only continuing to share my testimonies with you all. I'd like to become an author. Soon I will have this book finished, and I'll be able to present that to you all, to show you all that, yes, I'm almost 26 years old, and I've been through all of these things, but it didn't stop me. It may have temporarily broke me up here in my mind, and of course I may carry a lot of that still in my body. Healing is necessary, and healing is possible. Transformation is possible. I want to give back to people. I want to help as many people as I can. I want to tell you guys something really quick. This has nothing to do with the video, but like I said, it's going to consist of a slightly miscellaneous chatter. But it broke my heart thinking of it, because I've been spending a lot of time alone. My kids have been with their dad the past couple of days, and I haven't been watching TV. I mean, yes, I've been consuming a lot of YouTube, and then up until today, I finally showed myself on Instagram, but that's neither here nor there. Fuck Instagram at this point. I mean, there's this kid in my apartments, and I don't know how many people live in this. He's a little Caucasian boy, and I don't know how many people live in his apartment, but I seen him and his dad outside one day holding a sign. They needed help. And I often see this little boy in the store. I see him in 7-Eleven often. And he I hope you guys can see me, but in his language and his body language, you could tell he's hurting so bad. He slumps over and he keeps his head down, Shame. And that embarrassment, because of what he's going through, And I seen him in 7-Eleven yesterday, and I almost broke down and started crying. I always see him outside, and he just keeps his head down, and I could feel that he's hurting so bad, And that's what I'm telling you guys, it's just, oh my God, hold on. Oh my God. My apologies, you guys. I didn't mean to get emotional, but only God knows what it is that his dad and his family is going through. And man, I'm just damn, we all just go, I always just try to, I look around me and I look at people and it's like I could feel it. I could feel it within them, you know? And I want to leave you guys with this story because the memory came back up. And this is why it's so important, you guys, to just be kind to one another. Put your differences aside. Like, humanity needs this, you know? And the same 7-Eleven that I was speaking of, I remember one day I was so hungry. And it's crazy because the cashier, he's this Asian man who I have so much respect for. He's such a sweet man, and he has touched my heart in just a way that that's why I know there are good people in this world. But let me just continue. After one of my gambling binges, well, let me just give you guys a short story. Excuse me, I'm sorry to get a little aloof, but basically, the day I spoke about winning that jackpot in 7-Eleven, that's the 7-Eleven I was talking about, the one right by my house. And the little Asian guy, you know, he was in there that night when I won, and he was just like, you know, make sure you have a lot of money on you. You make sure you get home safe, you know. And he locked the store. He wouldn't let no one else back in. You know, I broke him off. I gave him some money. Like, I tipped him, you know, because that meant a lot to me. And he frequently sees me. Oh my God. Hold on, guys. A loud ass neighbor. Oh my God. I apologize about that. But no. So, you know, after that day, shit, damn it. Sorry, guys. After that day, I really grew a liking to him, you know, and he would see me one day. I look like how I'm presenting myself to you all today. You know, my makeup's done, you know, my hair, whatever, it's done. And, you know, but there's some days he sees me when I'm not at my best, where I'm looking a mess because that depression has kicked in. And I don't care how I look when I'm depressed. Like, if you see me when I look toward from the floor up, okay, whatever, oh well. That's just how I see it. But I sense that I get the gist that he senses something is wrong, you know, that I don't know, I just feel like he feels something towards my situation, you know. And this one particular day, like, 2 months ago, I was so fucking hungry, you guys. And of course, I had contact with people I could have asked for money, but, like, I just was at a point, like, where I just was tired of, like, I just didn't want to ask nobody for help. Like, I didn't want to ask nobody for nothing. Like, I just felt like everything that had happened was my fault, so, you know, forget it. Like, I'm just going to help myself out of this, you know. And so I swallowed my pride, and I went in there, and I picked out, like, a salad, the little oven or box lasagna that you could stick in the oven, and then some macaroni and cheese. And I believe I grabbed a water, because mind you, he's always seen me going there buying wine and shit. Like, I'm never buying food unless I have my kids with me and they want to go and get snacks or something, you know. And I was at my wit's end. I had lost, like, basically hella money, and I was hungry, and I felt my body just shutting down because I hadn't eaten nothing. And I walked up to the counter, and I was so embarrassed and ashamed, and just like that little boy, I had my head down just like this, and I was just like, can you please front me this stuff until Tuesday, you know, when I get my funds? And without a second, he immediately just rang me up, put the stuff in a bag. He's like, I know you, don't you worry about it. God. That's the kind of help that I want to be to people. That's what I want to do for people. you know? That's why I'm leaving that life behind, because it's in these little short stories that I'm telling you guys, and in these experiences and encounters that I've had with people that have touched me so tremendously. And a lot of you have touched me. A lot of you touch me like deeply. We are not alone in this. That's why, you know, in my little intro, whatever you want to call it, always try to call us fighters, survivors, sisters and brothers, because, you know, we're all interconnected, basically. You know, God has a plan. He has a plan for your life. You don't have to worry, fret, or be doubtful. Just believe in the process. Let bygones be bygones. Let thy will be done. Okay? This got just emotional out of nowhere. I was supposed to even go off my notes, and I wrote some notes on the stuff that I wanted to talk about, but I think I basically touched on it, you know. But yeah, I know this is longer than 15 minutes, you guys, but this was needed. I needed to get this out. And for those of you who are new here, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. You know, this is just a healing journey that myself and many others alike are partaking in, and you know, we're just embarking on a new life that we create, you know, a positive one, a content-filled life, you know, one of love, peace, and true serenity. You know, that's what I want. But I'm going to edit this video. Y'all, besides this little, I think I just needed to cry. I need to let that out, because your girl been feeling a little sad lately. But we'll get into that in the next video. I just know, I'm not settling. I'm not settling for nothing that I do not deserve, or nothing less that I'm not going to settle for nothing less than I deserve. Simple as that. I don't care who you are. Like, I'm kind of just over a lot. And I'm just on this journey, and I'm on this mission. And I foresee so much. And I know I'm almost there, but it's a process. I don't want to rush it. I don't want to rush it at all. I want to take it all in, one day and one step at a time. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. The support means a lot. And my channel is growing, you guys. Wow, I've been really shocked about that too. That's kind of why I stood back, like I stepped back a little bit, because I know it's only 300 and something subscribers, but that's like, in my eyes, I'm thinking like I see 3 mil when I see that 300, because without y'all's support, I mean, I'd probably, like, I think without support I would still do it, but I wouldn't feel the need, because it's like, well, who am I relating to? Like, who is this resonating with? Blah blah blah. But without you guys, y'all, I don't know, like, without y'all support, like, you know, your girl would probably be just on the same stuff I was on. But this is the journey that I want to take. This is what I want to do. Despite the temptation, I'm going to stand still, and I'm going to stay still. You know, I can't run back. I can't, I won't. But yeah, I've been said I was going to stop this. Y'all, let me stop talking so much. Dang, that's another thing. I talk too much. I love you guys. I hope you guys are in good spirits. Just please, if there's someone out there that you see in need, if there's something you do, I don't care if you look at it as if it's very small, but whatever you can do to make someone's day, to lift their spirits, to allow them to, you know, keep that chin up and not down, you know. We don't want them feeling like that. I don't want to feel like that. I don't want you guys feeling like that, okay? We in this together, survivors. We in this together. Peace.